Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome back to Tigers Franchise Episode 7. And as you see, Miggy did not retire. He's back. And we're going to make him an offer. I think we'll give him a 2-year offer. Can we do one? Not 15. Can we do 1 year, Miggy? For 1.1 mil? And I think he'll agree to that. We got to bring him back, right? Ken Giles. 33-year-old. What does he want money-wise? He wants... we'll make him this offer. I don't know if we really need him long-term, and the other two we're going to let go. Now, as we look at our staff here, AJ Hinch, we're going to keep him on for 1 more year, I think. But, like, this hitting coach, fired. We're willing to pay the rest of that contract. Here, as we look in to hitting coaches, and I really like Peter Crosby here. Let's make him a long-term offer. 7 years. I'll do 10 mil for 7 years, and he's super interested in that. Here as we go to pitching coaches now. And Chad Seamus, 28-year-old pitching coach. I mean, I'd be willing to do a 10-year deal for him. And get him in here for a long time. He's not going to make us worse. Get those two offers. Get a first base coach who knows what they're doing. And this guy gives us +1 speed. We lose a little arm strength, but James Fox seems like, oh, this guy gives us +2. We'll do Jamie LeBlanc. I'd be willing to do 7 years, 7 mil. I mean, we're giving out big deal. Well, he won't sign for that. We'll withdraw that one. We're giving out big deals, sure. But if you look at our projected surplus, we have money to spend, and we might as well get a good coaching staff. Third base, -2 blocking, but +2 fielding, +2 arm strength. Do we have anyone who gives us more? What was that? +3 speed? I think we'll go after Tom Yeager. I'll give him a 7 years, 7 mil. And we'll see if we get any of those guys. And Seamus accepts the pitching coach offer. Yeager accepts the third base offer. LeBlanc accepts the first base offer. And we'll stop here. The only one left is Peter Crosby, and we are still his only offer. Now, if we could get him, I'd really feel good, because look at this coaching staff we just got in here to go with AJ Hinch, who's really in a prove-it year, because I will fire him next year. As we look at our exclusive, it looks like Miggy already re-signed. So we go to first base, and he did. He re-signed. He's back on a 1-year, $1 million deal. So we save a ton of money out that Miguel Cabrera contract in his last year. And we might as well hold on to him. As we go to free agency, and Crosby accepts the hitting coach job, so we fill it out. And now we got to update our 40-man. Starting with Wilmer Flores. We definitely are going to add him. And Dylan Dingler will add, because I don't want anyone stealing him. I don't know if we'll probably... we can't. You know what? We'll take the chance no one drafts him. I don't think anyone will draft Dylan Dingler from us. And now we got to offer arbitration. And Scooble might be a guy... He wants 10 mil a year. You know, what's his arbitration? Yeah, maybe we can... offer him $700,000. Well, I'd rather save the money now with him. Soroka's got 1 more year of arbitration left, and we're gonna have to pay him big. What is his arbitration gonna be? Ooh. We're gonna try to lowball these guys and see if we can't save some money. He's got a long time. Alex Lang does. Brewstar has a few more years. What does he want money-wise? He wants a cheap deal, but he doesn't want to get paid until his arbitration's over, because he's on a good deal right now. He did not have a great year for us. So Matt Manning has 4 more years of arbitration. Yeah, I just don't think Matt Manning deserves 5 mil a year yet. Eric Haas, he's got 3 years. I'd be willing to keep Haas for 1 more year. I don't know if he'll be a part of the long term. There's Casey Mize. He coming off a torn labrum. We don't want to give a long-term deal to a guy who was literally injured all last year. Arias, I mean, 6.1 mil is his contract. He didn't hit that great for us, though, last year. But I'd almost rather save the money and do like a 6-year deal and see if he'll take 6 years, 48 million. And we'll throw in a player. I mean, he's going to be an everyday player. There's no platoon with him. Can we get a club option in there and front load it, maybe? And give him a little bit more money? Maybe 6 years, 50 mil? 8.3 mil a year feels fair to Arias for 6 years. And that's a deal I'd be willing to do. Austin Meadows, he's arbitration eligible for 1 more year, but he didn't hit good. I'd love for that to be lowered. Akil Baddoo, he's got a long time on arbitration, and he really didn't perform that well either last year. Rogers, he's a quality backup. We'll definitely keep him around for 1 more year. We got a lot of these guys that we'll keep around for another year, and hopefully we can make a splash. We have a lot of salary here, so I mean we get these guys offers, and Ronny Garcia, he had a great year for us, and he's 26. Yeah, his ERA went up a bit, but his WHIP was good. 9-9 in the win-loss category, 2 holds, but pitched a lot for this team. Tyler Alexander, what's his arbitration? We'll get that, try to keep getting that lowered. And why are we paying Andrew Knapp so much? We'll offer them. Okay, now we got tender contracts, and Miguel Vargas is renewable for this year and the next. So we'll do that. Oh. And we're probably going to... he's going to be an everyday player for us. We'll give him a club option. We'll front load it and see if we... Oh, nope, that's all he's taking. So we'll do that. We'll front load it. Joey Wentz. Joey Wentz is 26. He's renewable also for... And he wants a 5-year deal? I mean, at that money, I wouldn't mind this deal at all. If we can get a club option in there. I mean, he'll be depth, but we'll front load it for him. We'll give him a little bit more. 5 years, 8 mil, and that feels fair to Joey Wentz, and we'd lock him up long term. Kerry Carpenter, needs to keep progressing, but he had a... What did he do this year? 234, but a 302. He was hurt for a lot of the year. And I'd almost rather do a 4-year deal with Carpenter to get him to 30. And we'll see how little money we can pay him here, I guess. I mean, he'll probably be a platoon guy. I don't see him being a everyday starter. We'll front load this one, get all the payments out of the way early, and we'll give him that offer. And Jackson Jobe, we called up late in the year. I'd love to get him for a long time. If we could do 3 years, and he's willing to give us quite the discount here. It was 3 years, $170K with a club option. He's going to be in the rotation for us. We'll front load it like we did with every other one. Maton, he's got 1 year, and Maton, I'm only going to do a 1-year deal for him. I just don't think he's doing what we need him to do yet, or might ever. And Riley Green, who it said he was a free agent at the end of the year. I don't know why it said that, but he's definitely a big part of what we're trying to do here. And we want a club option with him. He's going to be an everyday player more than likely. We'll front load it. Jace Jung, he's got... All he's got is minor league, so we can lowball him. Vierling was okay for us. He's got another year renewable, so I'd love to get him on a 1-year deal for his renewable contract and then go from there. He's an okay player for us. And we'll go Wilmer Flores here. He's got a ton of time left on renewable. He's only been in the minors, so we'll lowball him as well as much as we can here. 60K, we like that. Cartea, who we traded for from the Dodgers, and, he's probably our catcher of the future. He's only a minor leaguer, though. He's only been a minor leaguer. And we'll give him that offer. Torque, who ended up on our team at the end of the year, and he'll probably be up to start next year. He'll probably be our everyday first baseman. And we'll give him his renewable years at least with a club option. And I mean, he'll probably be an everyday first baseman for us. That doesn't change his money that we can pay him, but as we keep on going here, 27 years old, I'd be willing to do 4 years. 2.8 mil for you. Jason Foley, who had a great year with us last year. Great year. And he's only got 1 year of renewable left, so let's get that contract lowered. And hopefully the arbitration's nice to us. We'll do that. Grant Witherspoon here. We'll do short-term deal for him. We're getting a lot of these guys for cheap, but a lot of these guys might end up playing for us sooner than later. As we see, 3 years, 120K, 40K a year for Witherspoon. Troy Melton, we'll give him a minor league offer. A lot of these guys should just have minor league offers at this point. I don't think many of them have been up yet. Will Vest, he was up. And I'd be willing to give him a 2-year deal worth about 1.2 mil. That's fine with maybe a club option. And we'll front load that. Justin Henry Malloy, we'll give a minor league contract to. Alex Faedo, who was not great for us last year, but, you know, we can keep him for cheap. He's going to probably be on the Mud Hens, but that's what it is. Minor leaguers. Now we'll just give all these guys, you know. Well, he's free agent eligible. How long of a deal can we do? I mean, he's 64 overall. I mean, if we could get him for 7 years, 5 mil, I mean, he's got potential. He'll be a rotation pitcher, front load it. I don't mind that. We'll give him a minor league deal. Yeah, and then another guy, another minor leaguer, not great, D potential, but you know, we might as well keep these guys around. Dylan Dingler, my man. And we're going to lowball Dingler. Garrett Hill, he was up last year. 28 years old. I'd be willing to do a 3-year deal with whatever his cheapest amount is with a club option. And we'll front load that as well. And yeah, a few more here. Give all these guys their minor league deals. I'd do 3 years for Walker for whatever the minimum is. Something like that. Cabrera, minor league. Bryant Packard, minor league. We'll do, and 2 years. That's fine. Tyler Nevin, who actually I believe played up for us this year. And we'll lowball him. I mean, he'll probably never make the show. So we'll keep a player option on him. Donnie Sands, a young catching prospect for us. I'd be willing to do a 3-year deal for him. I'm not going to go any farther than that. We have a lot of catchers. Dylan Paulson, give a minor league. Minor league. Minor league. Minor. Luis Garcia, you can give a minor league deal too. I mean, we just got to keep these guys so we don't have to keep restocking our whole minor league. Andy Ibanez, who actually played for us quite a bit this year, unfortunately. And, I mean, we'll bring him back. He's okay depth. You know, he is what he is. Zach Short also played for us, I believe, a little bit this year, and we'll bring, you know, we bring these guys back on cheap deals. It makes it a lot easier to not have to manage. The minor system is Holton here, has a few years of renewable contract left for cheap, so we'll do that with a club option and front load it like we have everyone else. That way we aren't paying these later. Jonathan Davis, he's still in the Tigers organization. I mean, I'd do a 1-year deal just to keep him in the minors. And I know 6 years feels fair. It's another catching prospect, but it's a cheap deal. We'll take a club option and front load it. Another catcher. We don't need this many catchers. Bring back Olsen. We'll bring back Campos. We'll bring back Wenzel. And now we just got to offer these guys minor league deals at this point and see if they'll take them, which they should, because we pretty much are guaranteed to get them back. As Brendan Davis, who was hurt for a while last year, I mean, he's an okay prospect for this Tigers team. He's 26 though, so he's kind of getting up there at this point, but we won't bring back Diaz. DeJesus, I wouldn't mind on a cheap deal. Alvarado's fine. Gunther, maybe a 1-year deal. Rosa, on a minor league deal is fine. Chris Myers we'll bring back on a minor league deal. We'll bring back Zabala here. And Hanafi and Press. Okay, so we have everyone offered. 64 mil in salary offered. And we look at free agency and what have we got here? Shohei Ohtani. The question is, would we be willing to pay him? What is that contract? He's 29. I mean, that contract isn't going to be cheap. I mean, I don't know if we go out and get a Shohei Ohtani. I would almost rather get a proven guy, or not a, sorry, not, I shouldn't say proven guy. Shohei's definitely proven, but a guy who we can get at a cheaper price, like someone down here. Harrison Bader's out here, 29, and what's he looking to make? 11 mil a year. I don't know if we'd be willing. I'd offer him a 1-year deal. But then again, that would take Riley Green off the field, so I don't know if I'm really down for that. As we get through here, Garrett Cooper, Clayton Kershaw's out here. I mean, do we go after a guy like Aaron Nola or Julio Urias? I wouldn't mind Julio Urias. He's a lefty. Let's offer him a big-time deal. About 6 years. I mean, I'd do 150 mil a year. That's his highest offer by far. 6 years, and we'll bring that money down as much as we can. Down to about 142, and we're still as high. I wanted 6 years, 142. We'll bring it down to 142, and we'll probably try to get a club option in there. We'll bump it up a mil, and we'll front load that. And with that, we're his highest offer. And we look at relief pitchers, there's not much. Hader would be interesting, but we're already giving a big contract to a pitcher. I don't really. Trevor Rosenthal's back out here. What would he want? I mean, I wouldn't mind bringing Rosenthal back on a. I don't really know if we want to do that. Blake Trinan, he's a veteran. He's not really interested. Mike Zunino, I don't think catcher's a need. First base isn't really a need. We're at this exact moment. Matt Chapman could be interesting. He's 30. Muncy, Gio Urshela. Yeah, there's no one really out here. Amed Rosario is interesting. And at that contract, that's hard to not give him an offer to play shortstop for us. A 7-year deal would take him till he's 35. He'd be a everyday player for us. We'll give him a player option if we can knock some money off. And at 7 years, 50 mil, that feels like a steal. I mean, more than likely, he's got a player. What about 8 years? I do 8 years. And that's the highest offer he's now got. If we can get one of the two guys we've offered, I'd be ecstatic with this offseason. Darren Ortega, that's our draft pick. He's out here. Yeah, we're going to offer him 1 year, $90K. Good thing I checked that because our draft pick is out here. He's 18 years old, lefty, and look how he's an 80 overall. What a pick we made, and we better get him or I'm going to be very upset. That's all I got to say. As we'll sim a day here. And we get Julio Urias. What a signing for us. Shohei Ohtani signs with the Mets. And what a signing for us. We signed Darren Ortega to his minor league deal. Unreal. So we get the guy in the end that we wanted all along, the rookie. He's 5'7", 185. But he's going to be a machine hitting in the majors. We signed a great draft pick. And Amed Rosario, the contract's still out there for him. His contract, I mean, we're his highest deal still. If we could get Rosario, we're going to be in business, boys. So we sim a little farther here. And did we get him? We have not got him yet. But what an addition. And obviously he won't be. He'll probably start in Double-A and probably be promoted in no time. Still haven't got. What's the offers looking like? I can't believe we're having a great offseason so far, boys. And we're still the highest offer for Rosario. And yes, we'll stop the sim. Did we get Rosario is the question. Did we get him? We still haven't got him. As we look here, is he just waiting it out? We're still his best offer. I mean, I would love to get Ahmed Rosario. A lot of guys still out here thinking about it. We've selected our 40-man. We've offered arbitration. We'll continue the sim. Aaron Nola goes to the Braves. That's a big addition for them. And Ahmed Rosario still pending an offer. I mean, I would love to get him. The Pirates are trying to jump in, but they're lowballing him even more than we are. We're giving him probably the best deal, I would say. We look through here, and man, what a off season we've already had. And we have 41 on our roster, on our MLB roster. So someone has to get sent down. We'll send Will Vest down for right this second to AAA. That'll work fine. Right? That's what I was saying? Oh, on our 40-man. Oh, I can't read. Okay, on our 40-man, Tyler Holton can be removed from it. That's fine. So can Zach Short. I don't think anyone will claim him. And yeah, we'll continue on. Rosario's still pending his offers. And that's the last day. And has he gotten any more? We're still leading. It's still a demanding lead by us. We've still given him an 8-year, $57 million offer. And man, that'd be great to get Rosario. And here we go. Rosario's still waiting. And do we make a move here in the offseason? We don't have anyone under contract's a lot of the problem. But do we make a move after signing Julio Urias to a monster deal? But look at by 2029, that deal will be so good for us. Scooble, we have kind of our front five. We re-signed Joey Wentz to a 5-year deal. Does Wentz have any trade value? Let's look around. Kenley Jansen's interesting. Yankees are finally offering trades. They weren't last year because they didn't have any money. Who was that? Manuel Margot is interesting. Tim Anderson. Wait, they were offering. And we're just looking for prospect. Phil Rose, a young closer. Interesting. We'll come back to that. Angels aren't really giving us anything we'd want. And we're just looking for another closer. Braxton Garrett. I don't know. Nick Castellanos. A potential 18-year-old catcher. Jonathan Staub. Whoa. Wait a second. As we look at this trade offer, Jonathan Staub, who is their rookie, that's the guy they took with the second pick, and they're willing to move him to us. I think we got to do that trade. That give us the second and third pick of the draft for Joey Wentz. I think we'll throw a little more in, though, just to make it seem balanced. I think, honestly, we need to get rid of an infielder. Nick Maton could probably go. We need to get rid of a couple infielders here. And I wouldn't mind sending Jonathan Scope if we can get another prospect back. He's not under contract. That's the thing, though. Some of these guys aren't going to be under contract. Cade Cavalli, they're not interested in. I mean, if we can clear out our infield for these young guys, they'll probably be up really early. Luis Garcia, Brady House is 20. And they're interested. That give us 3 good prospects for 3. I'm doing this deal. And the trade goes through. What a trade for us. As we just continue to get better and better. We didn't need all those guys. And we clear out our infield. Now we have Arias and Vargas. Along with Brady House, who will be a AA player. We'll bring in Jonathan Staub, who is going to be a machine at the AAA level. Trey Cruz. And then we have Darren Ortega. I mean, our AAA... Ortega will probably end up in AAA sooner than later. Riley Green needs to be on the MLB team. And will be on the MLB team. I mean... We're looking good, boys and girls. And we're waiting on Ahmed Rosario. Do we even need Ahmed Rosario anymore? Should we go after... Man, that would just kind of delay... I mean, we look at what our infield could be here. It could be... First base will probably be Torque for the future, but then it'll be Arias, Vargas. Jace Young is sitting down there. And then, you know, probably Staub will probably play third for us. So I guess, yeah, we could still use Ahmed Rosario. He'd be probably the final piece we need to that infield, as we got to cut 2 players, and Zach Hess is going to be one of those. And Brian Hanafy will be the other, a late round pick for us, I believe. Here's we continue on. And Rosario, Salvador Perez gets traded to the Cubs from the Royals. Wow. And we'll stop the sim. Is Rosario signed? He's still not signed. And then we go to shortstop. We're still his best deal. So does he end up signing? I don't know. We're kind of just going to play it by day here as we continue on in the offseason. And arbitration... And Josh Hader signs with the Rays. That's a big signing for them. Munoz gets traded to the Guardians for a bunch of guys. And Rosario's still out there. Is he? We're still his best offer. So we just kind of got to wait on him. We continue on to the Rule 5, and we'll go to the draft lottery. We have third best odds, and let's see what happens. Can we win the draft lottery? Simulating the draft lottery, and we get the 5th pick. We lose 2 spots. They knew we had too good of an offseason. The Royals get the 1st pick. That's a bummer, man. But it is what it is. If we can get Rosario, I'll feel like this is a great offseason for us as we go to the do the Rule 5 draft, and I'm not really seeing anyone who we'd want to keep on our... So the way this works is you have to keep them on your 40-man and your MLB roster for the whole year. So I don't really know if there's anyone we need this year that would really help us. Maybe Luis Gonzalez, but I think we're gonna skip. And yeah, we won't get another pick now. So Rule 5 has come to an end, and yep. Rosario's still out here. Still waiting to hear from him. And Teoscar Hernandez signs with the Mets. Christian Javier gets traded to the Pirates for Brian Reynolds. Wow. The Astros get Brian Reynolds. And Severino goes to the Cardinals. And did we get Rosario? We did. We got Ahmed Rosario, and he plays outfield also. So we just got our guy, and by the time he's 35, we'll be paying him nothing. What a great offseason for us that we've had. And now we get to do some arbitration hearings. And looking out in free agency, there's not much left. I mean, so McKinstry they sided with him. They sided with Jace Fry. They sided with Lang. They sided with Austin Meadows. They sided with Jake Rogers. They sided with Scooble, not surprising. They sided with Casey Mize and Gratterall. And then Matt Manning, Tyler Alexander, Ronnie Garcia, Mike Soroka, and they sided with all of them. So we didn't win one of those. We need new lawyers. Oh, no, we're still... Hey, we won! Andrew Knapp. Look at that. There we go. And Johan Duran gets traded to the Cardinals for Contreras and Miles Mikolas. Wow. And now it's spring training. And we're into year 2, boys. As we look at these lineups. And wow. Okay, we're going to have to figure out what exactly... Ahmed Rosario is definitely going to be our starting shortstop. Who is our left fielder? Miguel Vargas plays left for us. Vierling doesn't need to play third. That's for sure. Vierling was fine for us last year. He doesn't need to play. Miggy probably doesn't need to DH also. I mean, for the spring training, I guess, whatever. Riley Green is not going to play second, obviously. And who are we missing? Oh, yeah, all of our guys are down right now. So, who's going to DH on this team is the question. And the answer is... You don't play second, do you? Oh, he is a second baseman. I'm stupid. So Vargas can finally play second. We haven't even got to see him play his actual position yet. Riley Green can play left. No. Center. Who's faster? Yeah, Riley Green is our fastest outfielder, so he can play center. I don't mind Torque batting last. Just lineups don't matter, and I hate the fact that you have to do them. Now as we look, and we'll switch those two, and then... Arias is definitely going to be our starting, or Rosario is going to be our starting shortstop. Wait a second. What did I mess up here? Oh, yeah, I didn't. Riley Green is going to come in for Vierling and play the outfield. So Arias can play third, right? Yes. Against righties, Arias should lead off. Rosario 2. Vargas 3, and that lineup's looking lethal. We can't play Miggy against righties. I think we'll DH Austin Meadows, and we'll start Badu. Meadows can bat 4, Green 5, just keep moving, Torque 7, and I like that a lot better. Against lefties, I don't mind Miggy DHing. Torque, I don't know about him batting that high in any situation. I don't mind Meadows not playing, I don't mind Meadows not playing against lefties, to be honest. Against lefties, Arias should bat second, I think. His contact's worse against them. Vargas third, Mickey cleanup against lefties is fine. Badu is fine. I guess Torque can be up here. Riley Green hits lefties really well, so we'll slide him in there. And then we just got to fill this one out. Doesn't matter. And there you have it. That'll be the offseason, I believe. As we look at coaching contracts here, we signed some guys to long-term deals. And we're hoping it can work out for us. We got some good coaches in there. I'm really happy with this offseason as we look at extensions real quick. And Scubal's got a few more years. And it's just kind of a case and Mike Soroka's a guy we'll look to extend here. And I would do 6 years. And that's going to be a big contract for Soroka. 6 years. He's obviously going to be a ace guy, and we'll front load it for this year. Can we get a club option? No. So we'll do 5 years he likes, and we'll lower the money as much as we can. And he signed. So we bring back Soroka. And other than that, I'm not sure who we're going to have to re-sign. Not looking like anyone really right now. Austin Meadows, we'll decide on him at the end of the year. I'm not really seeing anyone who's gonna Miggy, but I don't know. We'll decide at the end of the year. But that'll be all for this episode. When we come back, it'll be spring training time. Until then, it's been the Captain. Peace.